is the divorce rate higher? Because that was the question, you know, is this just Seattle fire? Is it just because that's the people we know? I did a lot of research on it, and I never, to be honest, found a truly reputable source of scientific, verifiable data, because it's just not really out there. Nobody really does divorce studies for the fire department. I've seen lots of statistics or beliefs that the rate is higher. Some are showing as high as 90% higher than the general population, but it's not verifiable, so I couldn't put it in my book. But Mike will tell you what he thinks about the actual numbers.
Yeah, so, well, first off, so she's being kind and humble about how well the article did. I'll tell you how well the article did. The article got so much feedback that I had one of the people from the magazine call me and say, this got more feedback than any other article that we posted that month. And because their friend of mine said, you know, in reality, it got more feedback than anything you've written for the magazine. Which I'm actually glad we're still married after that happened. That's kind of tough on a fella, you know? But that shows you the need. That shows you the interest and the desire out there from firefighters to want to get after this problem and the thing that's happening. I do have some insight in potentially why we don't have good numbers. And the bottom line with it is, if there's no money in the data collection, people are not motivated to do the data collection. It's why when my friends and I, Steve Casey and Phil from Seattle, started doing a book on air management, we could not get good data on firefighters dying from running out of air. It was very challenging, and we had to really work hard and search for it. Back when a bunch of our firefighters, not when, they still are, but when we started to notice they were dying of cancer in the city of Seattle, go and try to find 10 years ago good data on firefighter cancer research. The reason why you don't find it is because there's not a whole lot of money in it. It has to be driven through more altruistic means. We knew that the cancer rate was higher in firefighters. Did we not? We know it. You leaders, you know it. We could not publish verifiable data because it wasn't there, but we knew it was true. And as we move forward to this topic, how we know there's a real problem divorce-wise for firefighter marriage is we're getting it through the chaplains. You go and talk to the firefighter chaplains who are on the front lines of this. They're the ones that meet at the intersection when the marriages implode and firefighters and their spouses get at odds, or even just trying to counsel them to do better. And they will tell you it's one of the most significant things that they have to deal with. And they have no doubts that the rate of firefighter divorce is higher than what is going to happen for the person teaching school or the other occupations that are out there. And I would just add one other thing. We're not interested in just keeping you from being divorced. That would be wonderful. All right? If you could do that, that would be great. We really are reaching higher up on that. We want you to have a blast. We want you to have a marriage that is awesome. There is absolutely no reason. We're going to talk about the challenges of the profession, but there is no reason with the cool stuff we get to do, the amazing profession that we're in, you couple that with what, in our opinion, is the most sacred covenant you can commit to, which is your marriage. We're big believers in marriage, high proponents of marriage, unapologetically so, and we will be as long as you hear us talking. There is no reason why that intersection can't be the most wonderful pairing in the world, and that's what we're going to try to look towards. So divorce is part of it, but also, we just don't want you to be ships in the night. We don't want you to just be people who just live together and come together, you know, to share funds and all this other stuff. We want you to grow together and have a blast together and help each other live each other's dreams, because that's been our experience.